Hey YouTube, it's raining here, and I want to shoot a quick video. And this one is, I know I've been shooting a lot of videos recently in regards to anxiety and depression, which is because that's sort of the underlying cause for a lot of my psychosomatic symptoms. And psychosomatic, I've come to think of as just anxiety induced, but actual physical issues, anxiety can exacerbate almost any condition as well. But this one's going to be a follow-up for all my fellow prostatitis, interstitial cystitis, chronic pelvic pain sufferers. I've had an influx of emails and comments to some of my videos in that regard, and as much as I'd love to, I want to have a conversation with everybody to help address their concerns, because I know how bad it was, and I know that a conversation saved my life from somebody that suffered. But like I said, I've been having quite a few emails, and a lot of people, struggle with the idea that their chronic pelvic pain may be tension caused by stress, and for 90% of us it's true, maybe even more than that, according to Dr. Wise. I would just strongly, if you haven't read Headache in the Pelvis, then you really don't have the tools to get better. Everyone should read that. It's written by some genius doctors who have found the most efficacious treatment for this condition. I'm actually in a pretty, minor flare-up right now. Have been for the past couple days, because I decided to try to do some ab work, which always backfires. I start to feel a lot better, and then I really want to do that, and ends up costing me some pain for a couple weeks. But anyway, I'm happy to report to you guys. A lot of people say, well, what's the cure? What's the cure? I mean, it's like saying, what's the cure to depression? What's the cure to anxiety? I mean, there's no cure. They're not, it's like a bacteria or something like that. And a lot of people think that. A lot of people think, oh, my doctor thinks it's bacteria. I've been treated with antibiotics. I'm not here to say that you don't have bacteria. A lot of people get, they want to believe that and sit in that modality, in that paradigm, because it makes sense to them. There's no way that stress could be causing this amount of pain. I mean, it has nothing to do with my bladder. I knew personally, as soon as I found that connection, that it was the right call, because for me, I had a series of stressful events, panic attacks leading up to the collapse, and I had told my doctors that. They said, no, there's no connection. No, there's no connection. So I suffered with a lot of pain, a lot of different kinds of pain, most being extreme, devastatingly painful urgency for 14 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I didn't know at the time that I was tensing the tension. I was stressing. It's the most vicious cycle you could ever you could imagine. Your body is tensing already tense muscles, which is impacting nerves. It can cause, I had also golf ball sensations. I've had, which seems to be a very common symptom, I had pain in the urethra, pain when using the bathroom, burning. A lot of that was sporadic. The constant symptom was the urgency, but I had other things which I considered a lot less severe. But it wasn't until I found the book and I started to change my way of thinking that I would get better. And had I found that earlier, had I found a video like this earlier, yes, I wish I had a time machine, because I would have, I nearly died. I nearly killed myself, and I wish I had known before. Am I 100% better all the time? No, I'm not. It's been 9 years, and that's why I focus really on the stress and the anxiety, and I'm making so much headway. I have really good days, and then I'll slide back for a few days or even a week, but I've seen the other side. And I've taken it upon myself to take it to the next level and study neuropharmacology, neuropsychiatry, and this is a passion of mine I do on the side. But I'm 90 to 95% pain-free during my remissions. I have some small sensations that come and go, typically at night if I stay up too late. But compared to what I was through, I mean, it's great. I suffer from PTSD from the extreme pain for so long, so it's crazy how you become trapped because of chronic pain. And I'm sure there's a lot of other chronic pain sufferers out there from all ranges of different pains, from headaches and so forth, and back pain. And if you're suffering with these things, there's another great book to read that might just change your life by Dr. Sarno. It's called, I think, Heal Back Pain or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot of great resources out there, and hopefully my videos are one of them. I just want to be a conduit. I just want to be a messenger. And yes, I'm in a flare right now. I had a really bad flare in October of 15. That was horrible. It impacts my life, but I have weeks and months where I virtually am pain-free. When the flares come, because of my tools that I employ, they used to last months, and then weeks, and now days. And sometimes I can get, within an hour, a couple hours, or half a day, I'll be able to stage off a flare. So this might not be what a lot of people want to hear. To me, it's hope. Like I said, I've gone 6 months without any pain, and after what I went through and the pain is less. I've only had a couple like really big flares over the past 9 years, but typically the pain is cut by 70%. But it's the fear. As soon as I get even like some small pain or some small dysfunction or something like that, my fear goes through the roof, and that fear is fueling the tension. It's so hard for me, even after all these years, because when you're living it, like you maybe right now, you're watching my video and you're like, you don't understand, man. Oh my God, I'm about to rip, like if you were like I was about to rip my bladder out, about to rip my penis off, like, I know that sounds crazy. I was actually Googling ways to remove your bladder, to paralyze yourself from the waist down. That's how bad I had it. I was looking at third world countries. I didn't even care if I'd ever have to walk again. I would have given up my legs to feel the pain, because I couldn't live like that anymore. But and these videos are hard for me too, because I got to go back and relive this stuff, and a lot of that I don't want to do. So, but I feel like I have an obligation. I feel like God bestowed this on me so that I could help a lot of other people out there. And by the way, the closer I get to God, the better I feel, the farther I slip back, because the underlying cause, and when you can give up and you can give it away, then that's the ultimate. So I'm working on my faith. I'm working on everything else. My body, my spirits, trying to be as healthy as I can. A lot of other things you can do would be like a paleo diet, anti-inflammatory diet, because that'll help heal your gut flora. That'll help stave off inflammation, which, fresh air, sunlight, amino acids, certain supplements, vitamins, like I said, healthy eating, meditation, anything to help with anxiety. There's a lot of great things. So I think the takeaway here, as in all my videos, is there's hope. I didn't have any hope for a long time, and I was so alone. But now I know that tomorrow will be better if I'm having a bad day, or could be better. And it's a fight, but I'd say 75 to 80% of the time I don't really even have any problems, and I feel like I'm just trying to get to that underlying fear and depression. And that's the hard part. After dealing with that long of an issue, trying to live normally again and function, because I told myself, oh, if I get better, I'm gonna take on the world. Nothing will stop me. And then I was sitting there on a park bench one day after all, you know, these years, and I kind of reflected, and I was like, I'm in absolutely no pain. And I suffered with chronic headaches, chronic nausea. There was a lot of issues just from my poor diet, poor lifestyle. That took me a long time, and probiotics and a lot of healing to get through. And I got through it. And I was sitting there and I was like, I have no headaches, I have no pain, I have no nothing. And I'm sitting here and I feel more depressed and detached than I've ever felt. And then I got angry at myself. And I was like, how is this happening? You know, why is this happening to me? So it's been a hard journey. It's been a hard road. I'm working on a second book. I haven't published the first one yet, but working on that. And for all those people suffering out there, learn from my mistakes, which was really just, I hate to say ignorance. Ignorance has a negative connotation. I'm not trying to say ignorance. I'm saying, I didn't know, but you know now. Empower yourself. Go read that book. That is that was what it took for me. All of a sudden, okay. Sorry, it's 11 minutes in. Let me go into a little bit of like what I do to get better. I know it's all like, what are you talking about, this book, right? Okay, so what do? I didn't actually do I didn't go to the clinic. I was going to try to save up and go, but it was, I didn't have the money, and then I ended up getting better before I had to go. So lucky me. I realized reading the book that I was tensing my pelvis, and I was like, I don't understand. But then if you breathe in through the nose, not chest breathing, like through your stomach, and on the out breath, if you just feel it, let it go. Just feel it, let go. I don't know, it's hard to, you'll feel it. Once you get it, you'll just feel this little kind of release. And when I felt it, I was like, it was subtle, but I was like, huh, okay, I have been tensing my pelvis for God knows how long, maybe since I was 4 years old. And that was a crazy thought. So I had to consciously try to release that throughout the day as much as possible. Even though I didn't feel immediate relief, I felt like I was in the right direction. And I kept doing that and doing that and doing that to the point where I just did it right now. I can consciously do it. A lot of times I'll feel like a flare coming up, and I'll start to do that more, and then the flare never manifests. Wish I'd known that back then. So I did that, and then that with like trying to think in my mind, I'm gonna get better, and trying to live and function. It's kind of, it was hard, but I'm not saying you can't put it out of your head completely when you're in that kind of pain. And also people that are suffering from depression, ironically, and if you have this level of pain, you probably are gonna start to have less endorphins, less serotonin to be able to combat that pain threshold. But anyway, after about a month or so, or maybe, I don't know, it was just weird. After 14 months of pure hell, it just slowly got better. Like maybe I was like 15% better, but then I knew. I was like, oh wow, okay. That was the first time I had just even a little bit of relief, and from there it just built in my mind, and I kept letting it go. I did these massages, like I'd rub like this, and they're in the book, just below my belly button to get blood flow going there. I would, now I use a TheraWand. Those things are amazing. I have a good physical therapist that does internal work. Like I said, I have a healthy lifestyle, and I'm still not where I want to be 100%, but I'm 100 times better than I was. And yeah, so the drops are hugely important. I'm probably going to go in and do some in a minute. The drops are where you actually tense. You don't want to do Kegels, but you tense, your sphincter. You try to squeeze and then let go. Let go for 5 seconds and then hold that release, and then do it again, squeeze. You do that 5 times, 3 times a day. So five drops 3 times a day, and that's going to help get the release down there. And that combined with some yoga, get the outside muscles, because it's all connected. I mean, you got a bowl, I don't know how to do it, a bowl of pelvic floor muscles that are just tightened, and the muscles are connected to your whole body. So if you can loosen up the outer muscles, get the internal work going through a TheraWand or a physical therapist, work on anxiety relief and tension release, meditation, that combined with healthy lifestyle. I know it's not like an instant cure with a pill or a surgery, but then all of a sudden one day you'll just be pain-free, you know. And I have a lot of people that refuse to believe it. It takes them a long time to come around, but I've had a lot of people that have called me and messaged me and said that, hey, I'm better. So I hope I cleared up some stuff. It's, you know, it's a complicated issue. It's not as simple as I wish it would be, and other people would wish it would be, but basically your body's telling you something. Anytime there's pain, your body's trying to say you're doing something wrong. Something is not right. It's an alert. And you may have been tensing for a very long time. So I'm not saying that I'm not gonna I'm not diagnosing you, because obviously I don't know you. I'm just telling you what I've learned. And if you read that book and you say, oh wow, that's me, then just keep on going with it, and subscribe, and I'll continue to post some videos about my progress, and try not to get upset. Getting upset makes it worse. Just know that you're going to get better. You're going to have good days, and you're going to do things again. You're going to hang out with friends, and you're going to have all those fun times that you had before. That's your life is not over. Fear is the worst thing there is, and the unknown is very scary. But now that you know, hopefully that'll shed some light into that darkness. Yeah, feel free to email me. You know, I really do empathize with all the people out there, which is why I do these videos, because I really feel like it's important to at least share my experience. So good luck and God bless. I wish the best for you, and you will get better. Don't forget that.